welcome back, dear viewers, and to shed more light on the situation in the Middle East and especially in Gaza. I'm delighted to interview over the phone Mr. Ambassador Mohamed Orabi, former Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being with us on ITV International and in this news coverage. First of all, my question to you, what is the reasons behind the failure of all international organizations to stop this genocide war taking place in Gaza?
Well, I think the whole international community, not just the organization, they were trying, their best to stop this genocide in Gaza. But unfortunately, there's a sort of adamant policy from the Israeli side to continue their campaign against the Palestinian people. And I think they got also support from the United States. And this is what, to encourage them to keep the momentum of their campaign, the vicious campaign actually against the Palestinian people. So we have to exert more efforts in order to put an end to this genocide and trying to stop the killing machine of the Israeli troops.
And why do you think, Your Excellency, Israel is insisting on this aggressive approach towards Palestinians, especially that the Western world has lost the public opinion war? But this did not change anything in their policies, and even after the new United States administration, the statements are not changing. How do you comment on this?
I think the Israeli government trying to dismantle the Palestinian issue and to recalibrate it again according to the view of the new administration, the White House, and of course which will match the view of the Israeli government also. So we are in a critical juncture now for the Palestinian question, and I think we should keep it intact, trying to preserve the Palestinians on their ground. And this is actually what the Egyptian government, the Egyptian president, doing for the last few months to keep the Palestinian question on the ground.
Of course, and thank you for raising this very important point, Your Excellency. It is important also to comment on the diplomatic era, the golden diplomatic era that we're living in Egypt, as the Egyptian government is strengthening ties with all sides to keep the negotiations and peace going. How do you comment on this as well?
Well, the Egyptian diplomacy is so forthcoming, and we are trying our best, to mobilize the whole international community to support the Palestinian political rights and try to maintain the humanitarian assistance to the people there. So the Egyptian foreign policy was on the forefront to defend the Palestinian people, and in the meantime trying to gather and mobilize the public opinion in the whole international community in order to support the Palestinian issue.
Yes, of course, Your Excellency. Also, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he was hopeful for a deal. So what is your expectations for a swift deal despite the ongoing violence?
Well, I guess we are on the verge to have a deal, between the two sides. And I think the two sides are trying to avoid the threat by President Trump when he said that he will cause a lot of trouble for the Middle East if they will not reach a sort of agreement soon. So my expectation that we will reach this deal maybe before the 20th of January, and I think this would be a very good step to save the Palestinian people from the killing machine of the Israeli troops.
And do you think, Your Excellency, that the new U.S. administration would facilitate such an agreement?
I think we will reach it before the 20th of January, and I think the new administration will praise this effort and will try to support the ceasefire between the two sides. But I'm not so optimistic that they will indulge in a serious peace talks between the two sides.
And if you allow me to explore more with you why you are not so optimistic in this regard.
Well, I think the Israeli government, they are not serious, to have a peace process with the Palestinians. And in the meantime, the Americans also, they have their own view that we should offer the Palestinians maybe some improvement in their life,
Yes.
but without meeting their political ambitions at all.
Yes, of course. Your Excellency, if you allow me to benefit from your presence with me over the phone, as we are analyzing also the Middle East from a more general scope, we are seeing in Libya talks about the formation of a new unity government, and also in Syria there is a new ruling authority. How do you see these moves taken in the Middle East would, if you see it, would help in achieving more peace and de-escalation in the Middle East?
Well, I would be very happy to see what you are just mentioning now about Libya and Syria, but I think we still have a long time, for the two countries in order to reach a sort of settlement and stability. I don't see the possibility to have a unity government in Libya. And also the situation in Syria is not so clear so far.
Yes.
And we have to wait a little bit, maybe by the beginning of the new year.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador Mohamed Orabi, former Foreign Minister. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being here with us in this news coverage and on Nile TV International. Such a pleasure. Thank you so much. Dear viewers, now we're going to have a short break and get back to this news coverage.